Interview 1, take 1.
Dan, interview 1, take 1.
Ewan, interview, take 1.
Interview 1, take 1.
What do I say?
Hiya, Perry!
Alright.
I've just got
A shoe drains me. That's an illusion. That's an illusion.
Oh, it's
You're just you're see.
shooting from inside looking out or shooting outside looking in. So like,
We're going to have to change
we're gonna have
license.
to so lonely.
For behind the scenes.
There've been a fair few problems today. Like the general public outside today, we were filming, and that was tough. But they seemed interested more than anything, which was nice.
Filming the exteriors went quite well. The only issues about filming like in public is that there was people's cars in front of the cottage, so to get a good shot we might have to attempt that another day.
The main challenges we've faced with sound in production has been the traffic coming from the road outside. There's quite a few lorries and stuff going past. Sometimes when we're filming outside for the office scenes, there's quite a few birds because we've been filming in the evening.
The plan for the inside lighting anyway is we're going to put them through the windows, I think, or we have a couple of them that just about fit, so I think we'll be okay. I don't think it's a major issue. Obviously, shooting at night, it's dark, it's nighttime, but we didn't account for actually how dark it is here because there are no street lights. We couldn't get anything we needed to at night.
I was doing setting up the set, putting all the props out and everything, and the pictures up. I worry that we'll run out of time a little bit. That's the only thing that I'm worried about, mainly.
My job is largely trying to oversee everything right from beginning to end, leading directions, and it's also doing all the kind of boring paperwork stuff. So I was doing the risk assessments and the call sheets. The important things for me had already been done before and will happen after. But equally, things like just going off and getting all the kind of food and things just to keep the cast and crew going.
We chose handheld for the majority of the shoot because we wanted to go for like themes of suspense. So we thought handheld, a little bit of shakiness, almost like the camera's the point of view. To try and make the camera seem like the point of view of someone watching, we had certain scenes where we would follow the main character Cleo and she would almost be in front of the camera the whole time, or sometimes the camera would come behind her, so almost like just tracking shots, just following her around, like as if the audience is actually watching her and like her journey kind of. With the shot list, again it was a lot of tracking shots, just kind of one takes, so it was fairly simple. But then in like certain scenes, like we did a chase scene where she was running in the woods, there was a lot of different shots on that one. I think there was something like 15 shots. The types of lenses we used, we didn't use as much as we would like to because the location that we was in, the cottage, is fairly small and it's quite narrow, so we kind of through the whole thing stuck to I think it's a 24 to 105. So it is a zoom lens, but we kind of stuck to the 24 side, which is the widest it could go. So the chase scene in the woods, we used the 85mm a lot because it was a lovely kind of crisp close-up lens.
As the production manager and producer for this film, one of my most important roles is managing the budget. Given that we're quite ambitious for this, and rightly so, we needed more money. And so we set up a fundraiser and raised so far about £1,100 just over. We found this lovely Airbnb in a lovely little town called Ewanminster, which kind of just fit the vibe we're going for.
To prepare the set for the budget that we had, I did a lot of charity shopping, so it was a lot of visits to different places. For the theme, I kind of had a look at what was already here in the house that we booked, what would match the vibe of the place. I also focused a lot on motifs, so like roses, and colour schemes too, like blue, green, red. The things that I found for this set are quite retro, and I guess it is in a way to fit the character of Dean, because he's also a bit of a uneasy, not quite typical character. For the office we had to get furniture, we had to get a desk, which Ewan found, and there was furniture already in there that we had to move out because it's a summer house, it wasn't an office. I found things that would typically be in an office to make it more office-feely.
Master over for dinner tonight, okay?
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So when we were recording the sound on location, we used boom mics. For lines we felt like the boom wouldn't pick up properly, we used these things called radio mics, which is when you have a transmitter in the actor's back pocket and then a receiver with the sound operator. So the score we're using for this is stuff that I'm recording myself. From having conversations with our director, I've decided that we're going to sort of have different themes for each character, and the themes are sort of going to cut across differently and sort of do a switch for the main two characters of Dean and Cleo.
The biggest challenge so far with editing has been stabilisation of shaky footage. There are moments in it where I think it's just a little bit too shaky, where you can't actually see what's really going on. So my challenge is to stabilise those enough without compromising the footage, so that it goes all wonky and it looks bad.
The biggest problem I've encountered so far would be in the dialogue edit, as we're trying to match up the takes with the best audio to the takes that don't have the best audio. The problem is that in different takes the actors sort of say different lines, so it's trying to cut the words together to make it actually sound like what's coming out of their mouth fits what seems to be coming out of their mouth. We've also used a lot of additional recordings, ADR and stuff, that we've done in the Foley studio in a soundproof room in order to get clean audio for it. Some of it just isn't lining up quite right, so that's probably been the main struggle so far, just spending time on that.
My favourite part on the production, I would say, is on the actual shooting days, because we shot for like 8 days, just to see it kind of all pieced together, and how every day I think we got into the swing of things. Like when you could see the scenes coming together, the more we did. I think that was the most like satisfying part.
The thing I enjoyed the most on this production was actually probably being on set with everyone. I found that to be a really fun week, and we all get on great. I think we're all good friends, and this is sort of a sad thing because it's our last thing that we're doing together, but I think it's something we can all be proud of, and I think we've all really pulled our weight and come together, and it's come out probably as good as it can, to be fair.
I've absolutely loved this. I remember thinking at the beginning of uni coming into this, I wanted a group that I trusted and I could work with, and that also we shared the right level of ambition for our grad project and actually being prepared to do something big. And what I've loved, I think I've enjoyed the most, is that I got that.
It's been a very rewarding process. I think all of us have worked so hard on this, from development right up until post-production. You get such a sense of achievement when you finished it, and you can sit back and you can watch it, and there's sound there, the colour grading's done, all the scenes are cut together how exactly you want them, and it does feel good. And of course the crew, you can't fault the crew at all. All of you lot smashing it. Anae on camera, Dan on producing, the other Dan on behind the scenes, Harry on sound, he's in there, and Ellie on production design. They all smashed it, so I'm very proud. And all of our runners as well that helped out, thank you.
See this guy there? He's sound. Just here with my lads. Ladders. I'm tangled. What film, eh? Hey, I'm Dan. Oh, it's a bit overexposed actually.
Overexposed, is it?
Hello.
It's just Harry. I'm just Harry.
Yeah.
Work it.
Yeah, literally.
Detail.
It's all in the details.
All in the detail.
By the time we get